guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do more of a relaxed story time type of video. So I'm going to tell you guys all about how I started my successful photography business by the age of 20. We're going to go all in. I'm going to give you all kinds of details. And I think you guys are really going to want to hear this. I mean, last year I did about 14 weddings and then plus all the other sessions. So I really think I have some unique information that you guys might like to hear. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so for you to be able to understand this whole story, I have to start from the beginning. We're talking the beginning, when I was 7 years old. So when I was 7, my dad bought me a camera. It was like a camcorder camera, you know, had the tapes and everything. To be able to watch them, you had to put them inside a VHS tape. One of those cameras. So he bought me that, and my little brother was born, and we brought him home from the hospital, and I recorded him all the time. Anyone that came in and held him, anything like that, I would always use the video camera and record him. I would make my little cousins like sing with me and put on fashion shows and stuff. There's even an old YouTube channel where I would make my cousins act out scenes and skits and stuff that I came up with.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
No problem. Just wanted to tell you that you're the 100th person I've seen today wearing a seatbelt, which means you're the 5,000 in statewide safety competition.
That's great. What a surprise. Have you heard they found a cure for cancer?
Yeah, Mom. So, an hour ago?
How did you know? They just released the information.
I looked it up on the internet.
And I would put them together using Windows Movie Maker, and I would upload them to YouTube, and those were the very first videos that I ever did. So then in high school, when Instagram really came out, is when I kind of started really getting into taking pictures. I'd always loved to take pictures, and I'd always kind of been behind the camera. Like, I did a lot of pageants when I was younger. But when Instagram really first came out, I can even remember, like, just my friends would send me their photos for me to edit. I was the person my friends wanted to take their photos, even though it was just with an iPhone. We would be like taking group pictures, and they'd be like, here, Shania, take this since you're like the picture girl. So I was always taking pictures for everybody else anyway. Like, this is kind of when it started to really grow. So 2016, the big year, this is when I started my Facebook page, I started my Instagram, and I started like really thinking about what I wanted to do in the future, because that was my senior year. And so I was like, I want to be a photographer. This is what I love to do. I want to learn how to get better. I want someone to teach me. If I have to go to college, that's what I want to do. I want to know how to take better photos that people will love, right? So I was sitting in a biology class, and we started talking about the right and the left side of the brain. And I remember, you know, thinking, like, talking about how the right side was the creative side, and that's just when my brain went, that's the name of my business. And that's how I named it, Right Brain Photography, because creative photos are the best photos. And if you'd like to check out like my Instagram and everything, I will have it linked down below for my business, but that's the name of it. I have a Facebook page as well, and it literally all started in biology class. Is that not insane? Because that just blows my mind. I feel like it hasn't been that long, but it's literally been about 4 years. That's how I named my business. Is it time to change it? Probably. But I mean, 2016, senior year, needing to know what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So it was getting close to the end of senior year, and I remember a lady that's pretty well known in our community. She needed a helper. She needed someone to help her with her shoots and stuff, and I was like, I am applying for this. So I wrote out this big, long email. I tried to be as professional as I could. I had a teacher reread over this email and make sure that it sounded legitimately like professional, really good. I wanted this bad, okay? I was not worried about college. If I could work for this lady and learn, that would be good enough for me. So I sent the email in, and this photographer replied back to me, and she said in one sentence, after I'd sent this big long email, she said, "I don't want anyone that wants to be a photographer one day." Out of my whole email, she focused on that one sentence where I said I would love to learn so that maybe one day I can hopefully have my own business, and like I just kept going, and that's like literally that one little part. She answered me in one sentence, you guys. I sent a whole like essay to this woman, and she answered me with one sentence. And it really broke my heart. Honestly, it really crushed my spirits because I was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to be able to find anyone that's going to let me learn. Like, how am I going to learn? So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to college for this. So I went to the same rinky-dink community college that everyone in my town goes to for the most part, and I started my basic classes. My major was photography, and pretty soon I realized all I was doing was art history and stuff I didn't give two craps about, okay? It was awful. I hated every second of it. I didn't want to make myself do the work. It was just nothing I was interested in. It was terrible. I hated it. Like, I took an art class where I was like drawing and stuff, and it just was not for me. I was like, there's got to be something that I can do where I can actually learn how to work a camera, where I can learn what aperture is, so I will know what f-stop is. I was like, there's got to be something I can do. So I did a lot of research, and I found a school in Birmingham, which if I look up Birmingham, I'm going to look it up for you guys just to tell you how far away that is from where I live. Okay, so from me, Birmingham is a 2-hour drive. So I signed up, I paid a bunch of money to go to this school in Birmingham. It was called the Birmingham School of Photography, and every Monday I would drive 2 hours there and 2 hours back just so I could learn about photography. And this was all good and great until the third or fourth time I did it. And I was like, I cannot continue on with this for years. Like, I cannot be driving back and forth from Birmingham this many times. And let me remind you, at this time, I had also changed my major at the community college to medical billing and coding. Well, why? I don't know. It was an associate's program. I was like, it'll take me 2 years, and then I'll have a degree in something while I'm learning to take pictures. And I was supposed to be able to do it from home. So I thought it was great. I thought I was going to learn photography, work from home, be able to take pictures when I needed to. Like, I thought it was all going to work out. Well, driving to Birmingham got old real quick. I could not make myself do it anymore after about the... Also, during this time, my family members knew that this is what I was going to school for. So I'd started, like, taking photos of my family, and I took photos of, like, at my grandparents' 50th reunion. Like, that was a pretty big event. I took pictures of everyone that was there. I went around and took pictures of my grandparents with everybody, of details. And doing these little jobs, I really started to learn a lot. And I really started to just watch YouTube videos for the stuff that I wanted to learn how to do. So, bringing it all together. So, by this time, it's around 2018. I'm trying to do all this stuff, you know, trying to keep up waitressing and having a good relationship and doing good grades and having good grades here and driving back and forth and all this different stuff. Trying to do little jobs, like trying to grow my business while still doing what my parents wanted me to do, which was get a degree in something that made sense, which I understand, but that's not what I wanted to do. So trying to just make everyone happy while paying my bills because I didn't live at home at this time. Everything is just too much. Like, I just had to have a break. I had a girl message me, and she said, hey, I'm a bridesmaid to this girl. She needs a photographer. Her wedding is in 2 weeks her photographer canceled on her. And you guys, this was a nice venue. Like, they paid thousands of dollars for this venue, and that wedding was the biggest blessing of my life. I put everything on hold for it. I had to miss stuff that Saturday for this wedding, but I was gonna do it, okay? I put all of my effort into this wedding. I got another photographer to come with me. I watched all kinds of YouTube videos. I researched and looked up picture ideas, all kinds of stuff. I put all of my effort into this wedding, and still to this day, that is the biggest blessing ever. It took that one person having faith in me for me to actually grow. So after that one wedding, I did all kinds of shoots, one after another. Like, I mean, I really grew during this time period. All of 2018, I grew and grew and grew. And then when 2019 came around, I said, I can get a business license. Like, I did enough weddings that I can get a business license. I go, and on March 19th, 2019, I got my business license for Right Brain Photography. Also, after I got that business license, I built my first website. And it looks a little different today, but I still have a website, and that's how I do most of my bookings nowadays. And I built that website all on my own. No one showed me how to do that. I had to figure it out all by myself. 2019 really grew me and really pushed me and really had to make me mature, because I had to discipline myself where it would be like, okay, I have to work and edit this day, this day, this day, this day, so I can have a weekend. I would still have like sessions on the weekend, like Saturdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays sometimes. That was also the year that I had my mini count sessions, and of those alone, I made like $800 off those mini sessions just because I did so many of them. In 2019, I did 14 weddings. Do you know how much experience I got in 2019? All kinds. I didn't just do pictures. I do videography as well. So I have a whole YouTube channel dedicated to my videos, like my wedding videos. So if you want to check those out, I will link it in a card and down below. But I mean, I put in work in 2019. This month is the first time I paid taxes for my business. So I thought this would be super appropriate, because it just really shows me what hard work can do. And don't ever listen to those stupid people out there that don't want to help you. Because do you know how many family members I still have tell me that I'm making such a big mistake because I'm not in college? And the reason I'm not in college is because I love what I do and I can make money doing what I'm doing. So why do I need to go to college? I have been able to travel to the beach to do beach weddings. I've been able to go to Gatlinburg to do an elopement. I have done crazy, insane weddings that you just would not even believe. And I love it. And I love getting to meet all these people. And I love getting to play with my camera all day and do all kinds of fun things. And then to have people look at me and say, you'll regret that later. Like, no, I won't. I'm getting so many opportunities that I would never have if I was in school right now. So that is pretty much my whole photography journey and how I started my photography business at the age of 20. If you guys would like me to do more videos about my photography business, like my essential things that I like to keep in my camera bag, what website I use to create my website, and how I really gained like traction on social media, because I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to build up a social media for a photography business since it's so saturated and there's so many of them. But that is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed our little story time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you stick around, and I will see you guys in my next video on Sunday. Bye!